Any volunteer to light the candle?
No. There's three. Oh.
The last candle. Sadhu. 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 Let's do the chanting before meditation. It's the page 5 of our chanting book. Salutation to the Buddha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. The three refuges. Buddhang saranam gacchami. Dhammang saranam gacchami. Sangham saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi buddhang saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi dhammang saranam gacchami. Dutiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi buddhang saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi dhammang saranam gacchami. Tatiyampi sangham saranam gacchami. Next page. There are 5 precepts. Panati pata veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Adinādāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Kāmesu miccācārā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Musāvādā veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. Surameraya manje pamadattāna veramani sikkhapadam samadhiyami. On the opposite page, let's read the affirmative vows. Being aware of suffering caused by the destruction of life, I now cultivate compassion and learn ways to protect the life of all living beings. being aware of the suffering caused by exploitation, stealing, and oppression. I vow to respect the property of others and to practice generosity by sharing my time, energy, and material resources with those who are in need. Being aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to respect my commitments and those of others. I am determined not to engage in relations without love and long-term commitment. Being aware that words can create suffering, I vow to learn to speak truthfully and develop peaceful, kind, and meaningful speech. Being aware of the suffering that an intoxicated and agitated mind can produce, I vow to develop mindfulness and meaningfulness. Next page. Homage to the Buddha. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Nidyacarana sampanno sugato lokavitu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Satta deva manussanam buddho bhagavati. Homage to the Dhamma. Swadhyatyo bhagavata dhammo Sannidhiko akaliko ehi patsiko opanaiko panchatthang ehi tammo minyuhiti. Homage to the Sangha. Supatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ujjupatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Nyāyapatipanno bhagavato sāvaka sangho Samīci patipanno bhagavatu sāvaka sangho Yadidang cattari purisa yugani Anta purisa punnala Isa bhagavato sāvaka sangho Ahuniyo pahuniyo Dakhineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyak dentang Lokas Sati. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Offering. Offering of light. Ganna saram pradiptena Dīpena tamadang sina Tiloka dīpang sambuddhang Pujayami tamurudang. Offering of incense. Gandha sambhara yuttena Dupena sugandhina Pujaye pujaniyam tam Puja bhajana Offering of flowers. Vannegande punopetang etang kusuma santating pujayami munindasya silipada sarurve pujemi buddhang kusumene punyena metena labami mokkang pumpang milayati yatha idammi kayo tathayati vinasa bhavan. Offering of water. Adivase tunu panti Paniyang parikampitam anukampang upadaya patiganhatu teme. Offering of drinks. Adivase tunu panti Dilane padujayang imam anukampang upadaya patiganhatu teme. Worship of shrines. Vandami jetiyang sambang Sambetane supatin pitang Saririka dhatu mahabudin Gunderupang sakalan sada. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Next page. Wish of well-being. Itnje namaste Namaste Manu Ladenante Punyami Sandam Mikulang Alantam Tansanu Bhage Hatan Reflections on the teachings of the Buddha in English. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind may outweigh. If one speaks or acts with an impure mind, suffering follows like the wheel that follows the foot of the ox. Mind is the forerunner of all experiences. Mind is chief. Mind may outweigh. If one speaks or acts with a pure mind, happiness follows like one's own shadow that never leaves. generosity, kind words, benevolent actions towards others, and equanimity towards all beings and all things. These bonds sympathies function in the world like a linchpin in the moving car. One by one, little by little, moment by moment, wise people should remove their impurities, as the smith removes the rust from silver. For one who mindfully develops boundless loving kindness, mental defilements are weakened, and the freedom from clinging is seen. All conditions are impermanent. When one ceases his wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All conditioned things are unsatisfactory. When one ceases his wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. All things are not self. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. This is the path of purification. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Good evening, dear spiritual friends. We welcome you over for our Wednesday meditation. Wednesday is the day that we are doing our meditation. So, you yourself decided to come here to this meditation. So, we are very happy to see you in person and also our friends who are joining through YouTube. We don't want to miss our meditation. This is our training session. This is our training period. Coming to the center, coming to in front of your computer or device. Under the guidance, the instructions, we are practicing meditation. With the experiences, the lessons that we received with this training, we can apply these experiences in our day-to-day life. Whenever, wherever we want to protect our mind, these experiences may be useful for you. That is why we are here. So nobody forced you to come to here. Nobody said you must go to this meditation. So you yourself decided. So first, before we do our meditation, you can rejoice that decision that you have taken by yourself. Rejoice yourself. Take a moment to rejoice yourself. The decision that you have made to come to this calm environment, come to the center, and spend few minutes to observe yourself, to find spirituality within yourself. Deeply appreciate yourself. Appreciating yourself, you can make a determination now. The determination is, I will engage in a committed practice. I will make use of this wholesome guidance, this wholesome gathering, this wholesome space. I'll engage in a committed practice. Make that determination now. With that determination, you can listen to the bell. And also after the bell, we are doing our chanting Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya. Pay homage to the Buddha, the supreme teacher, with great compassion. He revealed this practice. He taught this practice to us. We are doing this chant as a salutation to the Buddha. Namo Buddhaya. During the bell and the chant, you can be with the sounds. It will help you to settle your mind and to relax your body and to bring your awareness to this present moment until the very end of the sounds. Be with the sounds and settle and relax. Dear spiritual friends, now you are going to practice meditation to observe your mind, to observe your thoughts. You can adjust your body. For comfortable meditation. You can keep your body upright. You can keep your chin parallel to the floor. Keep your both eyes closed gently. Your both palms are resting on your lap. You can try to maintain this motionless posture. Take a moment to observe this posture, to feel your body. Even this meditative posture brings a relaxation into our body. When you are firmly settled, you can feel the relaxation. Relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. Feel your whole body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers. Feel the body. Feel your feet. If they are touching the floor, you can feel that touching sensation in your feet. Feel your both legs, lower legs, knees, upper legs, muscles. Feel how your body meets the cushion or the chair. How the muscles are pressed. Feel your belly muscles, chest muscles, back muscles, both shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, palms, fingers, fingertips, neck area, facial muscle, forehead. Relax your body. Relax your body. Relax your body. You are in this present moment, right here, right now. I am here. I am here. I am here. Now you can observe your mind, your present mind. Physically, you are in a comfortable posture right now. Your body is relaxed. Now you can observe your present natural mind. Observe your mind. You can see what is going on in your mind right now. What are the thoughts in your mind? The thoughts, various types of thoughts are occurring, popping up one after the other very quickly. You can observe how your mind is functioning, how the thoughts are occurring in your mind. Closely take a look into your thoughts. The thoughts. Nobody creates the thoughts in your mind other than you or your mind. The thoughts. You may find some thoughts related to past or future. Some thoughts may occur related to the present experience, what you are experiencing now, what you are feeling now, what you are hearing now. The thoughts. You yourself now understand the nature of the thoughts, the nature of the mind. Now it is time to generate whatever good thought, wholesome thought in your mind purposefully. You have that ability to generate wholesome thoughts in your mind. Our regular wholesome thought that we are generating is loving kindness. Loving kindness. Loving kindness. The universal friendliness. What a beautiful, what a peaceful thought and wish. Wishing all beings to be well, to be happy, to be peaceful. First, you can generate loving kindness wishes, loving kindness thoughts for yourself. You need your loving kindness. You need your appreciation for yourself. Caring. Make loving kindness wishes for yourself. Mentally repeating after me. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May I have happy mind. May I have happy mind. May I have happy mind. You can do your loving kindness into your body, into all the parts, all the functions in your body. Appreciating the support of each and every systems, functions, organs in your body. You can radiate loving kindness into your body. May my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Feel the skin of your body, the muscles, the bones. Make this loving kindness thoughts and wishes for all the parts of the body and appreciate the support you are receiving to maintain this healthy life. May the skin of my body, the muscles of my body, the bones of my body be healthy, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. Feel all the systems and functions in your body. All the systems. Even right now, they are functioning for you. Appreciate that great support of each and every systems, the functions, the organs of your body, and radiate loving kindness. The respiratory system, the vital function of your body, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the genitourinary system, the nerve systems. May all these systems of my body be healthy, be healthy, Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May all the sensory organs, the faculties of my body, including the brain, the ears, eyes, nose, tongue, be healthy. Be healthy. Be healed. Be healed. Be healed. May I have healthy body. May I have healthy body. May I have healthy body. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. 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 The loving kindness thoughts that you generated is like a blooming flower inside your mind. The fragrance is spreading all into all directions. Now you can expand this loving kindness thoughts beyond yourself. The same genuine wishes to all others. Think about your family members, relatives, friends, neighbors. Make these genuine loving kindness wishes for them. May my family members be well, be happy, be peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. May all the relatives, friends, and neighbors be well, be happy, be peaceful, be peaceful, be peaceful. May all of them be safe, be healthy, be healed, be healed, be healed. You can expand your loving kindness more and more. Share these loving kindness wishes with all beings. living in this neighborhood, in neighboring neighborhoods, in this city, in the neighboring cities, in this country, in this world, in this universe, everywhere, anywhere, anywhere. If someone is suffering, you can make this genuine loving kindness wishes to them to be free from suffering, to be well, to be peaceful. There are so many beings who are suffering, who are grieving, who are in fear. Think about those innocent beings and make this loving kindness wishes for them. Expand your genuine loving kindness more and more into every directions, to all beings living in every directions. In the direction of your front, in the direction of your back, direction of your left, in the direction of your right, above and below. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Be peaceful. Be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be healed. Be healed. Be healed. All beings are like to be happy as well as you. So make these beautiful wishes to be happy, to all beings, to be well, to be peaceful. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. May all beings have happy minds. loving kindness. Loving kindness purifies our mind. It brings peace into our mind. Enjoy the peace within yourself. Enjoy this loving kindness. Generate loving kindness thoughts. Loving kindness. With your relaxed mind, now you can bring your awareness to observe your breath. Few minutes. You can practice breathing meditation as a silent meditation. Now you have already prepared your mind, purified your mind. It's relaxed and calm. You can bring your awareness to observe the breath, in breath and out breath. You can keep your awareness in between your upper lip and nostril, where you can easily feel your breathing in and out. And while you are breathing, you can closely observe the changes which are happening in your body. Feel, feeling the changes. Mindfully breathe in and mindfully breathe out. Take a long, deep breath slowly and hold it as much as you can and slowly breathe out, relaxing your body. If you have changed your posture, you can keep your body upright and adjust your body and start breathing meditation. Mindfully breathe in, mindfully breathe out. Meanwhile, you are doing breathing meditation. You may have some random thoughts. Observe these thoughts mindfully and focus your mind into your breath. Dukkha patta Niddukkha Bhayapattaca Nibbaya Sukampattaca Nitsoka Untuk sabbe May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear. Be free from fear. May all those who are grieving be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Gently come out of your meditation and gently put your palms together and place them against your chest. And take a moment to feel grateful for this opportunity to have this wonderful meditation in our life. And also deeply feel grateful to all the enlightened masters and the teachers in the past who passed these teachings, this practice, these techniques to generation to generation. And also you can appreciate the instructions, the guidance that you received for the meditation. Deeply feel grateful to anyone else who helped today for your meditation. Can appreciate the support of even these non-living things that you used for the meditation. The cushion that you are sitting on, the chair you are sitting on, this bell, the device which helped to connect to this meditation. Deeply appreciating the support. Let us say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Now it is our discussion time. The was going from Philadelphia. So for discussion. So my Bante. Bante, can you hear us?
Yes, Bante, I can hear you. Good evening to everyone. Nice to see you all. So thank you, Bante, for that very peaceful meditation. Now it is time for us to do some reflections and then start some discussion. Let me open my page here. Today we are going to talk about the Buddha's simile on a jackal. I don't know, the jackal is a common word for you. Maybe we can call it a fox. This is a simile that Buddha gave about a fox or jackal. And one morning, when Buddha was addressing monks, and Buddha asked monks, did you hear a crying voice of a jackal last night? And monks replied to the Buddha, yes, we did heard a cry of a jackal. And the Buddha said that most probably the jackal should be suffering from a skin disease. I think there's a skin disease called mange, right? Mange?
Yes.
So Buddha said that he should be suffering from mange, that is skin disease. And Buddha said that once a jackal got such a disease, it is such a terrible condition. And Buddha was really being sympathetic about it and said that jackal with such a disease cannot sit properly, cannot stand properly, cannot walk properly, whether he walk, stand, sit, or lie down, he's in misery. And then and whether he's under a shade or open air or in a cave, still he's going to suffer a lot. So that's a very unfortunate incident. So explaining that situation, of course, in that case, Buddha really wanted to bring the discussion to monks. We are not sure, whether Buddha recommended any treatment or any help for that jackal. But, of course, they are like wild animals. But anyway, so after explaining that, terrible skin disease of this jackal, and Buddha turned to monks and said that you may probably get such a disease too. And then, of course, that is something that we all have to be careful, right? So Buddha said that you may get such a disease too. And then Buddha said that the disease that you are going to get is not really the skin disease. Buddha said that just like this jackal was suffering from this skin disease and not being able to be comfortable whether he stands, sitting, or lie down, and a monk, or for this matter, a spiritual practitioner, can also be infected by 3 types of, let's say, called diseases, 3 types of things. Buddha said that these 3 things are material possessions, and actually the attachment to material possessions, an attachment to honor, an attachment to fame.
What?
Fame.
Popularity, fame. And Buddha will use the word labha, sakkara, siloka. So material gains, honor, and fame. So attachment to material gains, attachment to honor, and attachment to fame are viewed by the Buddha as kind of infections that a monk can get, or we can say any spiritual practitioner can get. And then Buddha said that, and when you get infected, it means when your mind is overwhelmed by attachment or desire or craving for these 3 things, material gains, honor, and fame, and you will not find pleasure in any position, any posture in your life. Just like that, innocent jackal was not finding any pleasure or comfort in any of the postures. So in the same way, Buddha said that when a spiritual practitioner is, practitioner's mind is overwhelmed by this desire and attachment to these material gain, honor, and fame, whether he is going to suffer, whether he stands, whether he walks, whether he sits down, whether he lies down, or whether he's under a tree or a cave or a monastery. And all the time, that person will find discomfort and pain. And very interestingly, Buddha used 3 terms actually to refer to the nature of the skin disease and also the nature of the material gain, honor, and fame. Buddha said that they are brutal, and they are harsh, and they are bitter, and they are obstacles to one's enlightenment. So to use these terms like brutal, harsh, and bitter, how can we say the material gains and honor and fame that we get are like brutal, harsh, and bitter? How we can say that? I mean, usually people enjoy those things, right? And how we can say that they are brutal, harsh, and bitter? And then on the top of that, Buddha said that these things are obstacles to the liberation, to enlightenment. I think we need to clarify here like one thing we need to clarify here is that, what Buddha is saying that it's not necessarily the material gains themselves or the honor itself or the fame itself is kind of, brutal or harmful. But Buddha is saying that attachment to these things and being addicted to these gains and fame, and that mental relationship that we are making, psychological relationship, being addicted to them and being, like intoxicated by them, and that is the disease that we can get. The Buddha said that monks, you can also be infected by the similar kind of disease. And of course, monks got really, concerned. And then after listening to the teachings of the Buddha said that it is just like you are being infected by skin disease. When you are focusing your mind too much on the material gains, honor and fame, if you go after honor, if you go after fame, and then definitely you are like infected by a skin disease. The important characteristic of the skin disease is that you are in pain all the time, constantly you are in pain. There's little comfort whenever you move, or whenever you whatever move you make, it can bring you pain. So that's the kind of explanation that Buddha was giving to monks, that when our mind is preoccupied, so focused, so directed to gain material gains, honor and fame, and that's what's going to happen to us. When I was reading this sutta, I was thinking that this is particular, Buddha really wanted, to give this teaching to monks, because sometime when monks start their monastic, life, maybe eventually they will get material gains, maybe, honor and fame, and in the middle they can be misguided and misdirected, like focus too much on the honor and the fame, on the material gains, rather than the spiritual practice. But I think this is mainly a teaching, a lesson for the monks, but I think it can also be applicable to all of us, when we start our spiritual journey. And here, when I was thinking about, particularly, I was focusing more on, our attachment to our need to have an honor and fame, and how much, we invest our time or invest our energy to have some honor and fame. It is one thing to be honorable. It's one thing to have a behavior that is honorable. It's one thing to have a good reputation that is like, given by the society. But if we are seeking that, and that's going to be troublesome, that's going to ruin our peace and happiness. And I was thinking about, the recent, like modern day, contemporary time, what are the ways that we seek, honor and fame. And it came to my mind that, how, even the way that we use social media those days, like, how we use Facebook, Instagram, whatever other social medias, and many people are seeking approval from others. Whenever they put up some post, in the Facebook or Instagram or any other places, and most of them are like seeking likes, seeking approval, seeking praises from others, and whenever they don't get the kind of attention, kind of approval from others, so definitely they may get frustrated and upset. So I think that when we apply these teachings to modern day use, the particular social media, and social media is encouraging that kind of life to us, like encouraging us to seek approval or seek attention, seek honor from all over the world, and constantly people are like posting things, try to get praises and honor, and that in that whole struggle, they don't really find any peace within themselves, and their whole life become a kind of performance, and is simply, trying to impress others. And if our life, the major part of our life is to simply impress others, and definitely we are going to lose so much of, inner peace and of course, self-worth also. And then always this tendency, this addiction to seek approval from others can bring us so much, harm too. And of course, like always seeking approval from others, like wanting some approval from others is something that we need to pay attention to. It's one thing to, of course, we need to like behave in a way that, that is not harmful, that is not hurting anyone. But this constant need of approval from others is kind of damaging and not helpful to us. And it's okay to have approval, but I think our behavior should spring from more like a self-confidence. Of course, it's one thing to have approval from teachers, from maybe wise people, but not seeking approval from everyone, from other societies, because then we are not going to be truthful to ourselves, and also we don't find a real good reason for our behavior. So our behavior should come not come from our own inner conviction, rather than looking for approval from others. So anyway, so I just want to open this discussion to you. You were thinking about the Buddha giving this simile of a skin disease, and for the so what Buddha is saying, that our attachment to material gains, honor, and fame can be like a skin disease. So we really have to be careful and mindful not to go there.
So what about like your job? Like, I gotta have approval in my job in order to keep it. Or else, I don't have income.
Yes.
So how do you be with that?
Yeah. So in the job, yeah, definitely we have to do a good job, in our profession. Definitely, I think they are actually that's more like a professional setting, right? So you need approval from your supervisors. Definitely, that's not about yourself as a person. That's about your work.
Okay.
So I think here we need to distinguish, like we need to perform a job that is beneficial, that is, the meeting the standards of the, of the institution. So that's like, performing a job that is in compliance with the necessary guidelines. So the approval that we are looking for there, if we are seeking, is for the work, for the job, for the work that we are doing, not necessarily as an individual, fame. Some people may trying to like, get some, fame and reputation among other colleagues and bosses. And if there are such people, and that, definitely they may be creating harm for themselves and harm for others too. And definitely they are ruining their own inner peace too, in that whole struggle to earn the fame, rather than like, focusing on the work and focusing on individual fame or personal fame is going to, harm a lot. So can you understand the distinction between like performing the job as required, by the guidelines, and that performing, seeking approval for the work is one thing, and seeking personal fame is another thing.
Yeah, I can see the difference. Thank you.
Okay.
I have a little question about honor, about the honor.
Honor, yes. Mhm.
I'm a little confused on that because one of the things I do is pray to carry myself with dignity, grace, and honor. It's something I seek, not from others so much, but from myself, about myself.
So I'm a little confused about that. What exactly do you mean by honor?
Yeah. Okay. So if I hear you correctly, I think so what we mean by honor is quite similar to fame here. Honor means like expecting treatment or respect from others. Like living an honorable life, like a moral life, an upright, moral, upright life is one thing. But if you are in the constant need of treatments, like from others, like seeking honor from others, is going to, but Buddha is saying that it's just going to give you a suffering. That's all. So is it clear? Can you talk a little bit about that? What was you confused about?
No, I'm good, thank you.
So Bhante, the honor you're talking about, pursuing honor or maintaining honor, that's more like pride, like in the negative sense.
Yes, mainly like, yeah, exactly. Related to ego and pride, definitely. Yes, thank you, Dan, for pointing that out. Yeah, it's like a seeking or expecting respect, honor from others. You think that I'm such a person. I have this education background. I have this professional quality. So when I go to a certain place, people should treat me like this. If you maintain such kind of an expectation and mentality and go around, and what you will find?
Disappointment.
Yes, like a skin disease. Always be frustrated.
So the same way with fame too.
Say again.
The same goes for fame, wanting to be famous. And if you're not,
Yeah.
people aren't considering you famous, then you suffer because that's what you want. Other people do. It's kind of depending on other people's interpretation or approval of you or something, as opposed to just being a good person for the sake of being a good person. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think again, we need to remember that what Buddha is saying here is that we may get material gains, if you are a dedicated worker, if you have good economic plan, if you are wise in spending, definitely you will have material possessions. So we will come across, we will get material possessions, and we will get honor, and we will be maybe famous. Those things will come, but not so they can be like a natural thing that is coming, but our goal should not be like seeking those things. And even Buddha would say that even when these things come to us, don't be fooled by them. Don't be fooled by them, because these things are not really giving us the kind of satisfaction that we are seeking for. And one other thing, I think the problem with these three things, material gains, honor and fame, could be with other things too, but mainly the problem with these three things is that, one, we can get addicted to them. Like we can have like intoxicated, we can be intoxicated, we can be like addicted, and it can really overwhelm our mind. It's kind of addiction. Second thing is that no matter how much we have, with material gains, honor and fame, our human mind will not be satisfied. This is really an irony. We seek material gain, we seek honor, we seek fame, we are going for that. But ironically, no matter how much we get, still we stay unsatisfied. So the Buddha's point is that if you really want to be satisfied and really fulfilled, those things are not going to fulfill us or satisfy us, no matter how much we will get them. And you can have enough examples of the famous people, in the country, and rich people in the country, and look at them. Are they satisfied? Are they happy? Are they contented? Because the nature of human mind is that those things cannot fulfill us. That's the irony. Although we seek them, somehow they keep us thirsty. And they keep us unsatisfied. So we will, just like the skin disease, we will always feel anxious. We will always feel anxious, unease. There's no real satisfaction there. That is why Buddha is saying that, okay, let those things come to you. Just treat them as normal, but don't focus your mind on that. And the deep satisfaction, true satisfaction comes through our own inner peace. That is what we are doing in our meditation. Like finding out this inner ability for us to feel contented and happy and fulfilled only through our spiritual conduct, our cultivating our loving kindness and maintaining this awareness and developing deep state of tranquility that is not connected to our senses. These things are going to really fulfill our mind.
Yes, but I have to say something. When I was listening to you, it is a very nice explanation.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think the Buddha wanted to protect our mind. Normally, the diseases comes from anywhere. Diseases which is arise in our surface, I mean body. That kind of diseases can be recovered by taking medicines, and we can go to the doctor to recover our disease taking outside. But rarely people think the disease to come to our mind. So Buddha wanted to guide, there are these kind of disease also to come your mind, and your mind can become illness because of that kind of disease. But normally people don't pay their attention, that kind of direction that Bhante today explained, the directions. So Buddha pointed out there may be this kind of diseases, they definitely come to your mind will be collapsed, your mind will be, your potential will be lost. So please protect your mind and develop the spiritual life. Like that I understood when you are explaining, Bhante.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you. You actually summarized the key point, that I was struggling to say, thank you. Thank you. Exactly what Buddha is saying, that, there are infections that may come to our mind. Yes, exactly. And then we have to be watchful and protect our mind from that. Because those infections that comes to our mind can ruin our peace. And in this particular teaching, Buddha said that even it can ruin or even be an obstacle to our liberation, to our enlightenment. Yes, Bhante, that's exactly, we need to understand the infection come to body and infections that come to mind. Yes, as you mentioned, Bhante, here Buddha really wanted us to pay attention the infections that can come to our mind and then ruin our peace. Yes. Okay. I think, so just being aware of it, having some awareness of the possibility of, of these things. I mean, the material gains, honor and fame are positive things. They look like very positive things, but very positive things can bring us harm if we are not careful, if we are not mindful of handling them. So usually people only pay attention to negative things, that they have to be protected, they have to, be careful. But sometimes when it's not only that we have to be mindful when the times are bad, when times are good, when we receive so much of honor, we receive, so much of fame, when we are receiving so much of material gains, And we had to be super careful during those times too, because those things can intoxicate us. Those things can, give a false sense of security. Those things can give us false sense of, happiness. But ultimately, we will not get those happiness. So use those material gains, fame, and honor as tools, as instruments, as secondary things in the life. But the primary thing in the life is definitely the inner fulfillment, inner peace, kindness, compassion, and gratitude. And those things are the real precious, things in our life. So we should never lose sight of those things just because of those like provisional, sources of pleasure.
So Bhante, does it basically boil down to being attached to that?
Attachment to these things.
To
Yeah.
those things?
Yeah, so I think let them be there, fame or material gains or fame, right? Let them be there. Somewhere else, it's okay, because now this is especially related to our spiritual practice. All of us are spiritual friends. We are doing the same practice, monks and also you. So there's a possibility to have this material. For us, for instance, for monks now, all these things, even this center, all these things that we are consuming are supplied by you. These are material things that we consume. So let them be there. So the problem is that mentioned that attachment, fame. So because especially when we are practicing this kind of meditation and so on, for instance, for monks, you come and you respect us, then I may have some skin disease. Oh, these people are venerating me, they are paying homage me, I can be proud, right? Conceit, right? Bhante, defilement, the strongest defilement, the 10th one, conceit, mana, may arise. So that is why if I attach to that, what happened? I again and again I wish to have that fame, that honor. That is problem. That is why it is like a disease, Bhante, right? It may be something like infected into our spirituality. So something like, for instance, so just then I remember, Bhante, when we are practicing meditation, starting loving kindness meditation, we start with the skin. Loving kindness to our skin, because it is the largest organ, we are saying, the largest organ which covers our body. So if any kind of any kind of skin disease arises in our skin, what happens, as Bhante mentioned, germs, infection, there's a possibility to enter in our body. It may slow down our physical journey. It may sometimes completely stop our physical journey. Same way to spiritual journey. If any kind of disease happens, it may be obstacle and may stop or may slow down a spiritual practice. Is that right, Bhante?
Yes, Bhante, I think, yes, you also summarized really well, Bhante. I think you brought a very important point that once we get an honor or respect from someone, and if you are not mindful, we may attach to it, and then we will expect that more and more. And that's where the whole problems can come, right? Let's say if you are in a working place, people may people may respect us. That's okay. That's one thing. But if we expect that again and again, from everyone and from all the time, again and again, but Buddha is saying that we are definitely going to get frustrated and unhappy. So what Buddha is saying here, that it's not about right or wrong here. It's just saying that being not mindful about these things and too much of expectation of these things and attachment of these things can simply ruin our peace and happiness. That's all. It's not about right or wrong. It's just about whether we want to live smart, we want to be smart or dull, or maybe we want to be skillful or unskillful, whether we want to be wise or not, whether we want to have more peace or not. That's all.
But how do you keep yourself from getting attached? Things or
Yeah.
Not only material things, but
Yes. I think that's really a good question. Maybe we can have another complete session on that. But briefly, actually, it's about, really about mindfulness. Whenever we get all these positive things, okay, and we quickly have to turn our attention to our mind. And that's how, our masters have advised us. Like whenever we get a fame, someone is praising you, for your work, oh, you gave a good Dhamma talk, maybe, or you did a good job, whenever people praise us like that. And our masters has asked us to turn our attention quickly to our mind. Look at your mind, what your mind is trying to do. And we may develop desire for that. I should do the same again. I should expect, So you just observe that very desire, and then with prior knowledge to understand, okay, this is normal, but this is not something that I should feed. So simply becoming aware of that very the nature of the mind, the way that our mind is get excited, and the very awareness of that very process can help us to stop the process right there, and not to develop further attachment or further expectation of the same thing again. It's like these kind of discussions can give you a kind of wisdom, and then with mindfulness, when you receive them, you become aware of the general tendency of the mind to seek more and attach them. But you observe it. The moment you observe your mind, it cannot progress. It cannot, it cannot continue. So the moment you observe that urge and then use that prior wisdom, you can stop the attachment right there and be just normal, be humble.
Is it fair to say that it's more about letting go of attachments one has than preventing getting attached? Or
yeah, I don't know, Dan, whether you have read this sutra before. This is exactly what Buddha is saying here. And at the end of the sutra, end of the discourse, Buddha said that we need to let go of the attachment to the gains or fame that we already have received, and then we have to let go of the need to have more gains and honor and fame. Yeah, there are two things we have to do. One is to let go of things that we already have gotten, let go of the attachment, and then of course also the let go of the seeking tendency. Then we can be fully happy and contented. And that doesn't mean that we will not be famous. That doesn't mean that we will not have any material things. Those things are like a secondary. That is not the really primary focus of our life. Okay, Bhante. So
yeah, Bhante.
I hope that
Thank you, Bhante. It's a very useful and very nice lesson especially for spiritual practitioners like us. Bhante, so thank you for the session with us. So now we can move to the other part of the program. You can turn to page 14. Now we are going to transfer the merits that we acquired with these practices. After having come to this center, we have done many things. We have done chanting, meditation, and also the discussion. With all these practices, we have acquired many merits. Now it's time to share these merits with our departed relatives. Whoever departed relatives who have done many things for our life, just think about them and share these merits with them. May our relatives share our goodness. May they also be happy and rejoice our goodness. Idam me ñātinam hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinam hotu sukhita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñātinam hotu
Sukhita Huntu Nyatayo.
Transference of merits to all sentient beings, all the beings who ever accept and able to share our merits, may they do so.
Ittavataja amnihi sambhatam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya.
Wish for the well-being of the world in English. May the weather be pleasing. May the people prosper in their lives. May there be peace and happiness in the world. May the rulers be righteous. May all those who are suffering be free from suffering. May all those who are in fear be free from fear. May all those who are in grief be free from grief. May all beings be well and happy. Aspiration. May this wholesome act become the liberation of my mind from mental defilements. By virtue of this wholesome act, may I never follow the unwise people. May I associate with good people until I attain Nibbana. Purification. If by body, speech, or mind I have realized done wrong, I acknowledge them all in front of the Tathagata of great wisdom and determine to be peaceful. We are going to do our blessing chanting. This is our blessing service. We are chanting the discourse of loving kindness, Karaniya Metta Sutta, originally uttered by the Buddha with great compassion and loving kindness. So we wish that may you all receive the blessing of the great compassion of the Buddha. With these blessings, may you all be well, happy, receive good health and healing. And also, you can record your mind, whoever you want to share these blessings with your family members, relatives, friends, especially anyone who are sick. Recall them to your mind and share these blessings with them too. May all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Karaniya mantra kusalena yantam santam padam abhisaminche sakko jucha sujucha svacho chasya mutu anatimani santuseko cha sukarocha apyakincho cha sallahukavati santintiyo cha nipako cha Gabbo Pulesu Ananukendo Nachakundang Samachare Kinchiyena Vinyu Pare Bhavate Yum Sukino Vake Mino Vantu Sabbe Santa Bhavantu Sukhitanta Eke Chipani Bhutanti Tasava Tavarava Anavase Sadigava Ye Mahantava Majje
මාරස්ස කානුක තුලා දිත්තාවායේව අද්දිත්තායේච දුරේ වසන්ති අවිදුරේ භූතාවා සම්භවේසීවා සබ්බේ සන්තා භවන්තු සුඛිතන්තා නපරෝ පරන්නිකුබ්බේත නාති මඤ්ඤේත කද්දචිනං කංචේ ව්‍යාරෝසනා පටිග සංඥාඥාඤ්ඤ මඤ්ඤස්ස දුක්ඛ මිඤ්ඤේය මාතා යථානියං පුත්තං ආයුසා ඒක පුත්ත මනුරක්ඛේ එවං පිසම්බ භූතේසු මාන සම්භාවයේ අපරිමාණං නිත්තං ච සම්බ ලෝකං නිමාන සම්භාවයේ අපරිමාණං උත්තං අතෝච තිරියං ච අසම්වාදං අවේරං අසපත්තං තිත්තං චරං විසින්නෝ වාසයානෝ වායාව තස්ස විගත බින්දෝ ඒතං සතින් අදිත්තේය බ්‍රහ්මමේඡං විහාරං ඉදමාහු දිට්ඨිංච අනුපගම්ම සීලවාදස්සනේන සම්පන්නෝ කාමේසු විනේයකේ ධම්මයි ජාතු කම්මසේයං පුනරේති ඒතේන සංච වඤ්ඤේන සුද්ධිතේ හෝතු සම්පදා ඒතේන සච්ච වඤ්ඤේන සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු ඒතේන සච්ච වඤ්ඤේන හෝතු තේ ජය මංගලං සම්වේතියෝ විවඤ්ඤන්තු සම්බ රෝගෝ විනස්සතු මාතේ භවද්වන්තරායෝ සුඛී දීඝායුකෝ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ බුද්ධානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ ධම්මානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ භවතු සම්බ මංගලං රක්ඛන්තු සම්බ දේවතා සම්බ සංඝානුභාවේන සදා සොත්ති භවන්තු තේ.
Yes, from the moment of reflection, reflect your own good deeds, kind deeds done today, yesterday, or whenever you have done whatever kind deeds in which you helped someone. Last few days, few seconds. Let's rejoice those kind deeds. On this day, or in the past, if I have done kind deeds, to other beings, with my body, spiritual mind, with a great or little, here before the Buddha, I call to mind those kind deeds, and let my heart rejoice. I rejoice in those kind deeds, appreciating the opportunity to be helpful to others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, wishing more opportunities to practice compassion. I rejoice in those kind deeds, resolving not to compare myself with others. I rejoice in those kind deeds, and gladly share this joy with all beings everywhere. May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
relieve the birds of other beings.
relieve the birds of other
May
beings.
my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
shield me from all dangers and pain.
shield me from all dangers and pain.
May my kind deeds
May my kind deeds
and merits that come from them
and merits that come from them
help me free my heart.
help me free in my heart.
Now you can recall to your mind whatever kind deed done by someone else, whether to you or others. If somebody gave you something, if somebody was there at least to listen to you, if somebody showed some kindness, compassion towards you, even simple short moment, let's rejoice. On this day,
On this day,
or in the past,
or in the past,
if I have seen or heard
if I have seen or heard
of the kind deeds done by others,
of the kind deeds done by others,
with their body, speech, or mind,
with their body, speech, or mind,
whether great or little,
whether great or little,
here before the Buddha,
here before the Buddha,
I call to mind
I call to mind
those kind deeds
those kind deeds
and let my heart rejoice.
and let my heart rejoice.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
being always ready to praise kind people
being always ready to praise kind people
and follow their example.
and follow their example.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
appreciating that there are many good-hearted people in the world.
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
I rejoice in the goodness of others,
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
expressing gratitude for any kindness done.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
bring safety and happiness to many living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
foster gratitude and fellowship among many living beings.
May the kind deeds of others
May the kind deeds of others
nurture goodness in me
nurture goodness in me
and many living beings.
and many living beings.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you, Bhante, and thank you all of you for your friends and person and also who joined through YouTube. So, Bhante, any announcements?
It was so nice to see all of you. I think today we have our familiar faces and also new faces, right? Yeah. Is Kalyani here?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So nice to have you all. And just a reminder, this Sunday is our Christmas lunch, and that is the day that we feed you. And so only you get this chance once a year. So on this Sunday at 11 o'clock, we will have chanting and puja, and then from 11:30 we will start our lunch. So you don't have to bring anything; just come and try to taste the monks cooking. So Bhante Mehta already prepared a menu, and Bhante Kamalasiri and myself will be working hard to prepare food for you. And if you sign up in our website, then it will be easy for us to get an idea. But anyway, although you not sign up, we will have enough food. So we encourage you to come and enjoy the food that we are giving to you out of loving kindness and gratitude, because we have been taking care of us throughout the year. We just want to show our gratitude for that. So that is why we are cooking for you. So therefore that come on Sunday. And then after the lunch, there'll be a talk along the Christmas theme. It's called Christian Love and Buddhist Compassion. So you'll be talking about the Christian love and Buddhist compassion. So you can also stay for the talk in the afternoon too. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
We may have 2 trees, Bhante. It will be very nice. Buddha's tree and Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bhantes are going to put up 2 trees in both sides of the Buddha statue. One tree will be a Christmas tree. The other one would be Buddhamas tree. If you do not know what is a Buddhamas tree, you have to come and see it. It's a new tree.
Okay, Bhante.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Nice to see you all.
Wish
Thank you, Bhante.